Welcome back. Today's video covers critical updates on Canadian immigration, something that affects many of you, whether you're already in Canada or planning to come. Canada has recently rolled out stricter visa extension rules that could change your plans if you're a temporary worker, international student, or visitor. But don't worry, I'm here to break down everything you need to know about these changes, how they might impact you, and what steps you can take to avoid potential pitfalls. Stick around till the end for essential strategies to navigate these changes smoothly. And before we dive into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for the latest immigration news and tips. Canada has long been a top destination for immigrants due to its opportunities, world-class education, and high quality of life. But as of August 28, 2024, new visa extension rules have made it more difficult for temporary residents to stay longer in the country. These changes are part of Canada's broader immigration strategy to manage the growing number of temporary residents and address issues such as the housing crisis and labor market pressures. Previously, extending your visa in Canada was relatively straightforward. Whether you were a visitor, worker, or student, you could apply for an extension without too many hurdles. However, under these new rules, there's increased scrutiny on applications, tougher documentation requirements, and reduced flexibility. So, what are the main changes? First, if you're a temporary worker, the government has ended the policy that allowed visitors to apply for work permits from within Canada. This policy was initially introduced during the COVID-19 pandemic to provide flexibility. Now, if you're on a visitor visa and hoping to transition to a work permit, you'll need to leave Canada and apply from abroad. For international students, the changes are equally significant. The rules for extending study permits have tightened, requiring students to demonstrate satisfactory progress in their studies and a clear plan to complete their education. Failing to meet these criteria could lead to the denial of your permit extension, forcing you to leave Canada before finishing your studies. And if you're a visitor, be prepared for more comprehensive documentation requirements. You'll need to prove financial stability and demonstrate strong ties to Canada, such as employment or family connections, to justify your extended stay. Now, you may be wondering, why has the Canadian government made these changes? The reasoning behind this shift is to preserve the integrity of the immigration system and address the surging numbers of temporary residents, which have put strain on housing and the labor market. In fact, as of 2023, there were over 800,000 international students and more than 400,000 temporary foreign workers in Canada. This influx has raised concerns about the country's ability to provide enough jobs, housing, and services for both residents and newcomers. As part of the government's broader strategy, Immigration Minister Mark Miller has highlighted the goal to reduce the number of temporary residents and recalibrate the balance between temporary and permanent residents. So, what can you do to navigate these stricter visa extension rules? 1. Start early. Begin your application process well in advance of your visa expiration. This will give you ample time to gather necessary documents and address any issues that might come up. 2. Provide comprehensive documentation. Make sure all your documents are up to date. Whether it's proof of financial stability or ties to Canada, everything should be clear and organized. Missing information could lead to delays or denial. 3. Demonstrate your intent to leave. Clearly show your intention to return to your home country at the end of your stay. This could include a return ticket or proof of commitments back home. 4. Seek professional advice. If you're unsure about any part of the process, consult with an immigration lawyer or a registered consultant. They can help guide you through the new requirements and avoid common pitfalls. 5. Explore alternative pathways. If extending your visa is not feasible, consider applying for permanent residency through programs like Express Entry or Provincial Nominee Programs, PNPs. For international students, excelling in your studies and applying for a post-graduation work permit, PGWP, can also improve your chances of staying longer in Canada. The long-term effects of these stricter rules are already being felt. On the one hand, the government is encouraging people to transition to permanent residency sooner, which may lead to more applications for programs like Express Entry. On the other hand, some individuals might reconsider coming to Canada if they feel the new rules make it too difficult to stay long term. For businesses, especially those that rely on temporary foreign workers, these new rules could lead to labor shortages in key sectors such as agriculture, construction, and healthcare. As Canada recalibrates its immigration policies, both newcomers and employers will need to adjust. And that's a wrap on today's important update. The stricter visa extension rules in Canada are certainly causing waves for many temporary residents, but by staying informed and prepared, you can navigate these changes successfully. As always, the key is to start early, stay organized, and seek professional advice when needed. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need this information, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on Canadian immigration news and tips. Until next time, stay informed and see you in the next video.